What if I told you that the real hack to unraveling life's greatest mysteries, and even your own dilemmas, isn't in the future, but in the past? Sounds paradoxical, I know. Do you sometimes feel like you're going in circles, repeating patterns without realizing it, tired of quick fixes that never truly solve the root problem? The controversial truth is that most people ignore that the keys to freedom, purpose, cars, and critical thinking have already been forged by brilliant minds. Believe it or not, the secret to building a radically different future isn't about reinventing the wheel, but understanding how 13 ingenious philosophers and thinkers, with their unique wisdom, dared to question the universe and, in doing so, changed the direction of the world forever. It might seem counterintuitive that old ideas could be the quick reward for your current impasses, but I guarantee that, in a few minutes, you'll discover the power of philosophy in such a captivating way that you'll never see existence the same again. Curious to unravel how these masters activated the true law of attraction for human progress and how you can use the same spirituality of their ideas? Get ready, because what you're about to learn will turn your head upside down. My dear friend, if there's one thing the great thinkers of antiquity teach us, it's that the journey of knowledge begins within. Socrates, that Athenian master of unparalleled wisdom, didn't offer ready-made answers, but rather an ingenious method of making us question everything, including ourselves. He invites us to deep critical thinking, like a friend who asks you the right questions until you uncover your own solution, proving that true philosophy is a mirror to the soul. It is in this self-knowledge that the key to understanding our own existence lies, but we don't stop there in the pursuit of truth, because soon after comes Plato, with a thought that challenged what the eyes see. He presented us with the idea that the world around us is merely a shadow of a more perfect and ideal reality, like a stunning photograph that never compares to the real experience of being there. This immersion in Platonic philosophy invites us to transcend the obvious, using reason to reach the essence of things and seeking an ideal model, whether of social justice or of existence itself in the universe. He shows us that there is always something deeper to be understood. And if we delve even deeper, we will find Aristotle, the chef of knowledge, who taught us to value balance in everything, that ethic of the golden mean which is virtue itself. For him, wisdom also comes from empirical observation, from understanding the world and its laws. Just as Confucius, far away in the East, showed us the importance of social harmony, respect, and benevolence. These ancient thinkers, with their different approaches, agree that our thought and actions shape both our inner selves and the world around us, leaving a legacy of how to live well. This prepares us for a new era, where the human mind will seek certainties in revolutionary ways. Meanwhile, far away in the East, Confucius offered a powerful complementary philosophy centered on social harmony, respect, and benevolence. His teachings, steeped in practical wisdom, emphasized the importance of moral cultivation and ethical governance. Confucius believed that order in the universe begins with order within oneself and in our relationships, guiding us toward a spirituality of community and good conduct. His thought highlighted how our actions and interactions profoundly shape our inner selves and the world around us, leaving a lasting legacy on how to live well together. After unraveling antiquity, humanity, always restless, took a gigantic leap. And one of the great architects of this change was René Descartes. You know when you get that urge to reset everything, to doubt what you've been taught, to seek an unshakable truth? Well, he did that with knowledge, like a true master of critical thinking. Descartes invited us on a journey of deep philosophy, doubting everything until he reached that irrefutable certainty. I think, therefore I am, a fundamental truth for our own existence and a wisdom that changed the course of the universe of knowledge. And look, if Descartes showed us that wisdom begins in doubt, John Locke, another giant, turned the coin to the side of experience. He introduced us to the idea of the tabula rasa, that our mind at birth is like a brand new cell phone, with no apps, no history, nothing, a completely blank screen. And it is precisely our existence, every experience we live, every lesson we learn and every interaction we have, that installs the apps and boards and fills the memory of this mental cell phone, shaping our thought and who we become. It's a fascinating perspective on how we form who we are, an invitation to the profound philosophy of observation. But Locke didn't stop there. He reminded us of something that seems obvious today, but was revolutionary. We are born with natural and inalienable rights, such as life, liberty, and property. He gave a boost to our critical thinking and our ethics on how society should function. It's as if he were saying, you have the right to have this cell phone, and use it as you wish, as long as it doesn't hinder the freedom of others. These thinkers laid the groundwork for understanding not only our individual existence, but also how we organize our social universe. And this leads us directly to the Enlightenment, where ideas of social organization and economics began to bubble up even more. Just imagine, after so much talk about how our minds work, thinkers began to apply this wisdom to society itself. Montesquieu, for example, a great strategist of critical thinking, realized that giving all power to one person or group was a recipe for tyranny. He proposed dividing the functions of government, legislative, the executive, and judicial, like a football team where each player has their position, so that one power would check the other, guaranteeing everyone's freedom. It is the application of a deep social ethic, which seeks balance and the protection of the individual in the great universe of human relations, and shows us that organization is the soul of a good system. And if this division of powers brought us a new way of thinking about existence in society, David Hume, another giant, prodded us to question the basis of our own thought. He, with his radical skepticism, made us see that many of our certainties are, in fact, the result of habits and repetitions, not of irrefutable logical proof. It's like we expect the sun to rise every day. We expect it because it always has, not because we have a cosmic guarantee. This philosophy of Hume invites us to even sharper critical thinking, understanding that the universe of our beliefs is, often, built upon the force of custom. And if our thought can be shaped by habit, what about how societies produce and exchange goods? Adam Smith, with his brilliant mind, observed something almost magical happening in the economy, the invisible hand of the market. He realized that when everyone pursues their own interest freely, the end result benefits everyone, organizing the economy in a way that seems orchestrated. It's a philosophy that made us understand the foundations of modern capitalism, showing how the individual pursuit of prosperity can, paradoxically, move the entire economic universe towards the common good, and, in a way, even align with the law of attraction of prosperity by focusing on freedom and the value each one generates. And so, we prepare for discussions about universal ethics. We arrive at Immanuel Kant, a name that echoes when the subject is ethics and morality. He proposed something that is almost an internal moral GPS, the categorical imperative. Imagine you have a rule of life that you follow without hesitation, not because someone told you to or out of fear of punishment, but because you, deep down, believe it's the right path, and that this attitude should be universal, something for all existence in the universe. This is Kantian wisdom, to act in such a way that your action could become a law for everyone, a litmus test for our critical thinking. This philosophy of Kant challenges us to look inward, to find the autonomy of our own will, that is, the ability to act out of rational conviction and not out of coercion or convenience. He shows us that true freedom lies in being the authors of our own moral laws, that our thought has immense power. It's like having a code of conduct that applies to any situation, anywhere, because it's based on reason and not on mere personal inclinations. It's an invitation to elevate our life's spirituality. It's a powerful idea that invites each of us to be more than simply reacting to the world, but to act consciously and with universal responsibility, shaping our own destiny through clear and ethical thought. Kant reminds us that true wisdom isn't about blindly following, but about questioning, discerning, and choosing the path that enriches not only ourselves, but all of humanity. And, look, this search for universal truth and unshakable ethics paved the way for the great social critics who would come to question the very structures of that society. But if before we spoke of individual ethics and universal rules, The 19th century brought thinkers who turned the magnifying glass to the collective. Karl Marx, for example, was like a system analyst, dissecting capitalism and exposing its inner workings. He made us see that often the game of life seems predetermined, with rules that benefit some at the expense of others, creating a constant class struggle. His philosophy was not just theory, but a call to action, a thought that questioned who truly benefits from our hard work. Marx, with his keen insight, invites us to deep critical thinking about the gears of the economy and the power relations that create inequalities. He dreamed of a universe where people controlled their own destiny, where the spirituality of production was more about community than about the profit of a few. It's as if he whispered, "Are you building your own dream or someone else's?" This is a wisdom that resonates to this day, encouraging us to question the foundations of our existence. And if Marx made us question social structures, Friedrich Nietzsche shocked us by announcing the death of God, a concept that went far beyond religion, affecting the moral foundations and absolute truths that gave meaning to existence. He invited us to completely re-evaluate what was considered right and wrong, to create our own references, to be artists of our own lives. It's as if he was saying, the old scores are no longer valid. Create your own melody, your own philosophy. This is the true law of attraction, manifesting oneself from the inside out in the vast universe of possibilities. But this freedom to create oneself leads us to a new questioning about freedom itself. If previous centuries made us question the universe and society, the 20th century brought a powerful voice to the philosophy of individual existence, especially that of Simone de Beauvoir. You know when you feel like you're being boxed in by a role that society expects, but which doesn't reflect who you truly are. She, with her sharp wisdom, showed us that many of our roles, especially gender roles, are not given by nature, but constructed, learned. It's an invitation to critical thinking about the invisible boxes imposed upon us. Beauvoir, with impressive perspicacity, reminds us that freedom is the essence of our existence and that our thought has the power to challenge these constructions. She encourages us to recognize that we are not born ready-made, but become who we are with every choice, every lesson learned. It's like discovering that your life script isn't written, and that you hold the pen to create your own story, your own philosophy of being. It's a law of attraction, of authenticity, where you attract what you decide to be. This ethic of freedom invites us to go beyond expectations, to break free from invisible shackles, and to mold our own identity with all the courage and autonomy that human beings can possess. It's a way to activate our deepest spirituality, to connect with who we truly are. Beauvoir's wisdom, and that of many others who came after her, is a cry for authenticity, a constant reminder that the greatest work of art we can create is our own life. And that's a journey worth living, isn't it? So did you realize how the ideas of these 13 philosophers and thinkers who changed the direction of the world are not just dusty pages of history, but living tools to transform your own existence? The true power of philosophy lies in applying it. It's not about memorizing names and dates, but about using the critical thinking of these masters to decode your own universe, shape your ethics, and redefine your personal wisdom. Are you ready to stop merely existing and start living with purpose? To apply the law of attraction of conscious thought and build the life you truly want, instead of just accepting what's imposed? What will be the first idea, the first wisdom you'll take from these teachings and apply today to change the game in your life? Dive deep, question everything, and activate that spirituality of self-discovery. If this journey has provoked you, inspired you to think differently and seek more, don't stop here. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and continue with us on this incredible exploration into the world of ideas that will, guaranteed, help you unravel the next chapters of your own story. Your transformation begins now.